and cricket development.
Now loans, cash at the speed of light, so fast you won't believe it. Now loans, cash at the speed of light, right now, right now. If you need cash in a flash with now, no need to fuss, leave it to us. When you need cash in a flash, no need to fuss, leave it to us. Hear me now. Now loans, cash at the speed of light, so fast you won't believe it. Now loans, cash at the speed of light, right now, right now. Approved in a day, yeah, yeah. Some money on the way, yeah, yeah. Approved in a day, oh, yeah, you know it's coming.
When life throws surprises your way, now's here to help. Whether it's for an urgent bill payment, home improvements, or unexpected health expenses, or even that last-minute holiday trip. With Now, you get cash in a flash, approved in just 24 hours.
Approved in a day, yeah, yeah. Some money on the way, yeah, yeah. Approved in a day, oh, yeah, you know it's coming. Now loans, cash at the speed of life, so fast you won't believe it. Now loans, cash at the speed of life, right now, right now.
A loan product powered by National Bank.
For life's finest moments, celebrate them with Skoal Premium Lager. Pure malt, pure class, pure perfection. Skoal, class and perfection in a bottle.
Reliable, dependable, Delta.
If you live here in St. Kitts and your tank on E, there's only one place that you should be. Maybe driving in Nevis and you need some fuel. Go straight to Delta. Don't be a fool. Get your cooking gas fast. All petroleum needs ULSD. Everyone in the region is shouting, go Delta. Premium gasoline in a fully stocked C-store. So there's only one place you should be. Delta Petroleum, baby.
Gideon Force Organic Corp
and the House of Yehuda Musical Foundation presents
Organic Market Artist Performances
by House of Yehuda,
Shiloh,
Stevie,
DC,
Kitsia,
Tafari,
Jack Ali,
OJ,
Jungles,
House of Loyalty,
Packets,
and special guest artist Footsie.
A variety of vendors,
agricultural speeches,
poetry, giveaways, drumming, and steel pan.
Bill of Vibe Sound, DJ 6 o'clock and Slaughter.
At the Diep Belan on Sunday, 28th September.
From 2 p.m. until 9 p.m. Be there and enjoy the market.
Back to school shouldn't meet you unprepared. St. Kitts Credit Union's Back to School loan helps you borrow up to $10,000 with flexible repayment plans, fast approval, supportive terms. Invest in your child's future with confidence, because every child deserves a strong start. Start today at www.skccu.com or call 465-2272. SKCU, invested in their future with you.
Hey, Webmaster here. I stay connected to Freedom with the Freedom SKN app. Simply search for the Freedom app in the Android's Play Store or the Apple's App Store and download it. Enjoy world-class radio at its best, anytime, anywhere. Become a Freedom apper today.
speed of life. So fast you won't believe it. Now, loans, cash at the speed of life. Right now, right now. If you need cash in a flash with now, no need to fuss, leave it to us. When you need cash in a flash, no need to fuss, leave it to us. Hear me now. Now, loans, cash at the speed of life. So fast you won't believe it. Now, loans, cash at the speed of life. Right now, right now. Approved in a day, yeah, yeah. Some money on the way, yeah, yeah. Approved in a day, oh, yeah, you know it's coming.
When life throws surprises your way, now's here to help. Whether it's for an urgent bill payment, home improvements, or unexpected health expenses, or even that last-minute holiday trip. With Now, you get cash in a flash, approved in just 24 hours.
Approved in a day, yeah, yeah. Some money on the way, yeah, yeah. Approved in a day, oh, yeah, you know it's coming. Now, loans, cash at the speed of life. So fast you won't believe it. Now, loans, cash at the speed of life. Right now, right now.
A loan product powered by National Bank.
Reliable. Dependable. Delta.
If you live here in St. Kitts and your tank on E, there's only one place that you should be. Maybe driving in Nevis and you need some fuel. Go straight to Delta. Don't be a fool. Get your cooking gas fast. All petroleum needs ULSD. Everyone in the region is shouting, Go Delta. Premium gasoline in a fully stocked C-store. So there's only one place you should be. Delta Petroleum, baby.
Back to school shouldn't meet you unprepared. St. Kitts Credit Union's Back to School loan helps you borrow up to $10,000 with flexible repayment plans, fast approval, supportive terms. Invest in your child's future with confidence, because every child deserves a strong start. Start today at www.skccu.com or call 465-2272. SKCU, invested in their future with you.
Well, here we are once again. A blessed good afternoon. A happy Friday to each and every one of you out there in Radio Land, listening to 106.5 Freedom FM, via radio, via the internet, social media platforms. Thank you for joining us. I'm Junior Libert, along with Dr. Patrick Martin and the Honorable Sam Conder, in for another session of Groundings. Good afternoon, guys. How you all doing?
Good afternoon, Junior and Sam, and good afternoon to the listeners and viewers to Freedom FM. Happy to be back.
Right? Yeah, you've been away for 2 weeks?
No, 4.
4? No, that's a long one.
The break for independence and some other things. We've been
3 weeks.
No, 3 weeks.
Yeah. We're back, Sam. How are you?
Yeah, happy to be here as usual, you know.
Sam was here every week, though, eh?
Yeah.
I understand he's a very regular. I understand he's a very regular.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. and
Yes, keys
enjoying
now.
it.
Yes,
Enjoying
keys?
it.
Yeah. Keys to the city, man.
Yeah, enjoying it, and people are enjoying it all over the world. I mean, I get calls, I mean, people just, so happy to be part of the discussion and, dialogue, that's what all people needs.
Yeah.
All people need.
We're off to a start today. Doc, what's the set the stage for us for today?
Setting the stage. Since we were away for a little while, thought we'll recalibrate, this program, Freedom FM. And Junie, thank you for spearheading this program, bringing us together. This program we call Groundings as a salute to Walter Rodney. We started July 2020.
So long ago?
Yeah.
Okay. Time flies.
At that time,
that's not so long, 5 years.
At that time, we were in the throes of the COVID pandemic, which was a public health and economic crisis. Remember that?
You're correct.
The loss of life and livelihood were devastating, and the effects linger to today. So our focus was and continues to be the well-being of the planet, people, and the economy. And all those things are now wrapped in a term called sustainability, which is really current.
That's an abused word now.
It's really current these days.
Abused or just overused?
Overused and abused. Everything is sustainable.
Well, it's good. It's good. I mean, it's good to have that discussion because it's about what you're going to leave for future generations.
Correct.
Some people say we must drill, baby, drill.
It's like they say, we have not inherited anything, We are borrowers. We are borrowing from the future. So we gotta make sure we take care of it.
Sustainability is about what we're going to leave for the future generation. Of course, the climate crisis is making us really think hard about that. Look how hot and humid it is. In my lifetime, which is about 35 years, I've never felt this heat index in this country.
You must have a word with your boy Trump because he doesn't see any climate crisis anywhere, anytime.
Oh, well, that's
Trump
understandable.
doesn't see anything anywhere. Anything, not just climate.
Some good comeback.
So as we continue to reflect, we pause and think about our friends in Taiwan. 14 persons died during the passage of Super Typhoon Ragasa, which was the equivalent of a Category 5 hurricane. 165-mile-per-hour winds. Also, people in Philippines and Vietnam and mainland China. So far, we have been spared. This, knock the wood, give thanks.
I got my hurricane prayer here.
You have your hurricane prayer there.
You going to roll it out later?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay.
We're approaching the end of September, which is the peak of the hurricane season. We're not out of the woods yet. Not out of the woods yet because there is a mini peak in October, according to the science. The first 2 weeks in October. Then after that, we tend to have a reprieve. Although we have had hurricanes in December and January.
So
we have had hurricanes in January.
I've seen on record one in January.
That was
That's a long time.
before my time.
Well. So as usual, we have the remembrances and celebrations, some quick topics, and then we move into the main discussion features. Which, of course, would be the developments in the education sector, and also if we have time, and we might, revisiting this special Sustainability Authorization Act and matters arising. So, Sam, we remember at this time Sir Edmund. Sam and Junie, so Edmund Wickham Lawrence, GCMGOBE CSMJP. Sam, you have any this official service? It's a state service is on Thursday at 1:00 at Wesley.
It's a half holiday as well.
Wesley Methodist Church. Why should we declare a half holiday for Sir Edmund Wickham Lawrence, Sam? Why?
Well, a couple of things come to mind.
Yeah.
he's really the foundation of the financial system. Not only the foundation, but the architecture as well. And I have no doubt in my mind that St. Kitts being the financial capital of the OECS is a result of his work. I believe we were able to attract it was ECHO then, Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, Currency Authority, and we were able to attract that. From Barbados it was then, where it was, and I believe we were able to attract that because of the financial infrastructure architecture that we had here that was created by Sir Edmund Lawrence, the late Sir Edmund Lawrence. The National Bank, the National Trust, the insurance, national insurance, and you name it. And I think that has really set us apart from our other OECS countries. In fact, National Bank is the biggest, the largest, without a doubt, undisputedly, the largest indigenous bank in the OECS. And so all due to the work and the expertise and the service of Sir Edmund Lawrence.
Of course, National Bank started out as the penny bank, located Central Street.
Right here? Oh, where we are? No, that's chaos.
Central Street in the vicinity of Central and Market Street.
Central and Market Street, I remember there. So that's where it started to bank.
When our great-grandparents and parents were encouraged to put aside something from the little they had.
The pennies.
The pennies.
I opened my savings account with $5, and I used to bank $1 every week. As a newspaper boy, I was selling newspaper. I got $6 at the end of the week. I gave my mother $5, and the next one was for the bank. Open with $5 and $1 every week. You had to do it every week.
So that discipline, that savings ethos spirit, that discipline has served this country well, families well, and individuals well. As they were able to build up a buffer, a nest egg, something to fall back on, something to give to their children, to their church, to their school. And that helped to we as a people, small, but small in size, population size, but in terms of the way in which we think. We cannot be outcompeted.
No. And you're talking about the savings culture, what we grew up with.
That's the word I was looking
for,
savings culture.
We have lost that, and I think that is what Aspire is trying to do now. The Aspire program to begin to give people this financial education, and so they could see the investment and savings. I think that's what Aspire is about. But that was something that our grandparents taught us, our parents taught us, to save for the rainy day, they used to say. Investment, all the ordinary folks had investment in the breweries and in Fort Thomas and in a National Bank and you name it. We were encouraged to do that, the old folks, and I think we have lost that and we need to, again, like I say,
when you say lost, what you mean? We lost that. Because what I'm thinking is that...
We don't do it anymore as we used to do it.
Well,
we don't do it.
What I'm thinking is that we have a tremendous credit union culture in both islands, which indicates that people are part of the savings culture. And then the Bank of Nevis, which started in the 1980s, is now a major player in the economy. So that's what I was reflecting on when I asked you that question. But I think I understand you to say that there's some in our sector who are engaged in
a lot.
So some indisciplined spending. I agree with you on that. But by and large, and the Aspire program has certainly moved to reinforce that, because with 4,000 young people signed up through their families, it suggests that we are on the right trajectory.
Yep.
So we pay tribute to Sir Edmund Wickham Lawrence's former Governor General, legacy in building the financial pillars of this country.
Just a brief historical note, giving some more background to what you and Sam are saying. Sir Edmund Wickham Lawrence was born on the 14th of February 1932. He was the third Governor General of St. Kitts and Nevis, serving from 2013 to 2015. Sworn in at midnight on the 1st of January 2013. He was a Methodist. He taught in elementary schools in St. Kitts between 1951 and 54, and graduated from the University of London in 1966 with a degree in economics. Mm-hmm. I could recall Sir Edmund growing up as a youngster here in the streets of Bastia, and the thing that stuck out with me, and speaking to him several times as a youngster, was what he called his stick-to-itiveness. If you have something and you're pursuing it, go after it if you want to achieve it. And this was what he did when he graduated with economics. He knew what he wanted to do with St. Kitts, with the economy of St. Kitts and Nevis, and he went out and did just that.
Right.
So we have to show all the accolades on him, and certainly he will be missed because of his sterling contribution to our history and our culture.
Yep. I also like the way I enjoyed interacting with him because he had a way of speaking.
Yes,
that was
he had a way of speaking.
Easy on the ears, you know. He's giving you some advice. You didn't feel like your knuckles were being cracked. It felt kind of soothing, and again, we have to pay tribute to the icons. I'm happy to be able to pay tribute to such an icon, because you build families, communities, and nations on savings and investment. Is there any other way to build build a nation? No.
By the education, which is
that's an investment. So that's part of the savings and investment system, culture, and look at where the National Bank is now. And its subsidiary entities.
Good job.
Take a bow.
Yeah.
Yep. And so we'll celebrate him formally and officially on Thursday. Any other icon remembrances you can think of? Locally? Community
Bernie's Sebastian.
Yeah. Celebration. That's a celebration now.
That's a celebration.
112.
Yeah.
Yes.
112?
112, not out.
West Indies could do very well.
You hear Sam? West Indies could do those runs?
Sam is right.
Yes. How about the St. Kitts Nevis Patriots? So that's softly.
Yeah.
They need help in all areas. But we'll see what happens.
So she's currently living in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania,
with her family.
Yes. Yeah.
Still going strong.
Yep.
Right. Any other celebrations? If not,
well, to all those who are celebrating birthday, anniversary, this week and today, we laud you and we say happy birthday, happy anniversary. God bless, and may you live to see many more.
Right.
Some quick topics on the international scene. You choose one. State of Palestine recognized by 142 countries. Russian drones and fighters. Well, Russia has just denied that it had anything to do with the intrusion into NATO airspace. I just heard that on the news. Total denial. It wasn't us. And in the United States, there's a change.
They're saying that it wasn't them?
No.
I thought they admitted that first.
No, they haven't admitted. No admission.
It might have been them, but they didn't didn't violate any airspace at all.
No, it wasn't me.
All right.
And the United States, there's a change in one of the department's name from the Department of Defense to Department of War.
Oh, boy,
could you imagine that?
Yeah?
That's critical.
You could imagine that?
And
that's the kind of trajectory the world leaders are under, war.
Well, I wouldn't say the world leaders.
Most of
some.
Well, the important ones, Trump, Putin.
Trump and Putin and Netanyahu.
Yeah.
That's it.
Everybody seems to feel that they have to get Trump to agree with what they're doing or they're lost.
Well, after the Second World War, the United States was the superpower. And its currency, the reserve currency of the world.
Yeah.
And so therein lies the ties.
I see.
U.S. military in the Caribbean waters near Venezuela?
I have a problem with that. I don't see how Trump and the U.S. can launch across our airspace, our area of where our borders exist then, and shoot people, just bomb people, kill them. What gives the America the right to do, even if there's drug smugglers, right? What gives the U.S. the right to kill people because they're smuggling drugs? And who appoints the U.S. as judge, jury, and executioner to do these things? Huh? I think they have to call Trump up as an international law, criminal law.
Yeah.
Because I don't see how he could do that. Nobody could violate the airspace.
No.
But he violates the Caribbean airspace and bombs people and kills them and say anybody who attempts to do. How does he know they were drug smugglers? Has that been proven? And then there was another boat that suffered a similar event but had less people in it. I mean, how could a world leader do that? I mean, it's flabbergasting to me.
Yeah, it is.
To see that the U.S. can reach out and just do as they like and nobody holds them accountable for it.
Yeah, it is sad.
There's a long-held principle, the Caribbean as a zone of peace.
Yeah.
We have that is written in stone. The Caribbean as a zone of peace.
Yeah, live it that way.
I'm a little bit uncomfortable, not a little bit uncomfortable about some of the utterances from Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
Prime Minister.
Seemed, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seemed to have broken ranks.
Yes, Trump satellite.
With that.
I really think so. Because she agrees with what has been done. I mean, others have been more reserved in their comments. And, yeah, she's supporting it.
Yeah, she supported it.
I'm looking forward to bombs dropping on boats bringing guns to the region.
Who wants to do that?
well, drugs. The claim is drugs are going that way. So we know where the guns are coming from because we don't manufacture guns.
Who's going to shoot the guns? Who's going to shoot the guns?
I'm looking forward to bombs dropping on those boats.
I see. Who?
St. Kitts Nevis, Antigua, Barbuda, St. Lucia, Dominica, and Grenada have formally signed to set up the Citizenship by Investment Regional Regulatory Authority. How good a thing is that?
That's very good. I mean, because what we are getting into is a race to the bottom, and that really was not good for anybody.
Meaning that people are underselling each other.
Yeah. But you know what is amazing, gentlemen? Why have more Caribbean leaders or leaders spoken out about these matters? I mean, are they afraid of Trump? What is the... I don't understand it.
Well, we'll see what happens at the UN.
Okay, I understand. Jamie just pointed to a fact that we have a clip here from Dr. Douglas speaking about the U.S. strike. So let's share that. It's about 2 minutes long. Okay. Let's give a listen.
The U.S.
Punch
strike.
it up.
As you know, I'm the current chairman of the CARICOM, Council for Foreign Affairs Matters and Foreign Relations. And this is a matter that, of course, we are looking at very, very carefully. In fact, last week when the mobilization of the presence of the U.S. in the region in that way that it is, the Council of Ministers had meeting to discuss this and other matters. And we observe, of course, the reasons that have been presented by the U.S. for their presence, this part of their mobilization against drug trafficking and also terrorism, narco-terrorism. which is troubling the United States and several other countries in the Caribbean region, especially Trinidad and Tobago and Guyana. And so the strike that has taken place over the last 24 hours or so is one that has come to our attention, and one which we know has received support, explicit support from the government of Trinidad and Tobago, and maybe not so explicitly support from Guyana. What we are concerned about is the possible escalation, especially when the government of Venezuela seems to think that there is some other ulterior motive on the part of the U.S. government. We continue to insist that we would want the region to be a zone of peace, and we are hoping that once what has been stated, that is in the fight of narco-terrorism, the fight against the movement of illegal arms. This is a matter that all of us in the Caribbean region are very concerned about, because in all of our territories, we know that the illegal movement of weapons can only harm our people and our country. But we are still, of course, hoping to be able to discuss this matter at a different level very, very shortly, so that we would have a better and greater understanding of the situation as it is unfolding.
This is Dr. Douglas's response to a call I made to him after, I think the day after the strike took place. I called Dr. Douglas, and this was his response to it.
A really good response, measured, sober, reflective, because that is what we have to do. We don't have the muscle to do anything different. Right. And so we have to call on the international community that, we, like you said, this is a area, zone of peace, and we want to keep it that way. And so, we have to get the international community to bring some pressure. It's sad that we have Trinidad and Tobago, and we know there was some support as well from Guyana. But the situation between Guyana and Venezuela as well, with the border, the land dispute, and so that is Guyana's way of kind of giving some support to the United States, who's giving them support on the border issue, the land issue. And so it is a really difficult and challenging time for us in the Caribbean in terms of dealing with that. And it's going to take all the diplomatic and skills of our people to make sure that we get our matter discussed at the highest level and to get the results that we need.
All right, it's 10 minutes after 2. Doc, what's the other issues that we want to deal with?
Did we get a chance to talk about the St. Kitts and Nevis representation at CariFesta?
Yes, we did.
We did?
Yeah.
This program?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We did it.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
We saw a clip very recently, of an Elevate program activity whereby fathers were connected with their children. You saw that?
From the prison, yeah.
Yeah. What you talking about? I thought it was a wonderful
quite good, quite interesting. I mean, yeah.
And also persons who are part of the Elevate program taking part in some community cleanups.
I endorsed the program because West Indian Caribbean societies are more matrifocal, centered around the mother, the woman kind of side of things. So when fathers could elevate and come to grips with their fatherhood, with their children, then that's a plus. That's more than a plus.
Some of the testimonies were really inspiring and heartwarming, and even not tear-jerking
as well.
Especially there's one particular one by a youngster talking about how how happy he was to connect with his dad. You know, that one was really.
Like I said, Junior, that's a long time thing. In fact, that is what inspired the writing of Edith Clark, the Jamaican Edith Clark, my mother who fathered me. I mean, that was the story of Caribbean children.
Edith Clark. That's somebody to research and a book to collect. My mother
who fathered me.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, and one more I have on the agenda here. Please feel free to add. Football champions.
What that is?
What's that?
Football champions. St. Paul's.
When that happened? I don't know. Me no know that.
Let's say the Groundings, we're here to salute St. Paul's as the football. Sam seems to be having a problem with his earphone.
Anything, Sam?
No, me no know that. When that?
It so happened that ministers went down to St. Paul's to meet and greet with them, celebrate independence. And the program was turned around.
Turned into football.
Football Congress Maynard heckling. They turned it around and threw some choice words at Minister Congress Maynard. And he put up a nice video about that. I came to an independence celebration and I got a football heckling.
Gentlemen, I want to get, now you presented the agenda, there are some other things that I want to look at, or we should look at, and see the significance of it. There's a match that's going to take place this afternoon, 2 o'clock. It should have already started. What are your thoughts on the match, and what its objectives are?
Well, you know that, Junior. You know I don't know exactly what the objectives are. I know about the match, but the objectives, I don't know. Maybe I need some information.
Well, it's based on the last act that was passed.
The Sustainable Act?
Yes, the match is based centered around that.
And the match is coming in St. Kitts? I thought
the match is taking place in St. Kitts, from the ferry terminal and from that's the west side. Yeah, and they're going to be converging. And the PAM and PLP have said that they're going to join the match, be a part of the match. Marisha is one of the organizers, I understand.
Yeah, I know.
And they're marching for justice.
So it is about the sustainable development.
Yes, mostly about that.
Sustainable.
What about it that's being marched against?
But they're also saying that the government has failed to live up to what it said it would do, based on the last election when they declared that they would be having a new hospital, a new school, new this, new that, state of the art this, state of the art that. And these things have not materialized. So the government has failed. According to the marches, the propaganda that Wally put out has failed to live up to its objectives, to what it said it would do. And so they have been missing in action. The people are suffering. There's victimization, the same kind of things that are thrown up by opposition forces. This is what the match is said to be all about.
Well, in terms of this school, the Bastille High School is going on. The construction is taking place. I mean, maybe not as fast as we would like it to be, but it's just started and something.
And also about health, state-of-the-art hospital.
The hospital, I think.
The ground hasn't turned yet on that. But the preparations are advancing, albeit slower than we thought. But to make sure that all the I's are dotted, T's crossed. But I'm looking at the Constitution here, Section 13. It's 13, where we have the right, freedom of expression. That's how I look at this match. Exercise of freedom of assembly, freedom of expression. If citizens have a point of view, a certain grievance against any entity, including the government, you apply to the police and you get permission to march. I'm prepared to defend that right.
And the other issue you raise, not your education, the school and the hospital, but the other issue you raise is the Sustainable Development Zone, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. And that is a matter that needs, discussion. That is a serious matter, and it's taking place in both St. Kitts and Nevis, and it's going to go on for a little while. So Yeah.
Well, the opposition forces are blaming the Prime Minister for what has taken place and the Premier as well. Both
What
of
do you
them
mean in terms of what that's taking
well,
place?
they're saying that he's now ducking from it because he's coming under some heavy reviews and criticism.
Ducking?
Yeah. And so
But-
he's
but
saying that it's not anything to do with the federal government, it's to do with the NIA specifically.
A law was passed in the federal parliament.
I'm telling you what was...
I understand. No, I'm not pushing back against you. But I've heard some of the missiles and arrows. So the Special Sustainability Zone Authorization Act, a bill.
For both St. Kitts and Nevis.
Was
is in the federal parliament,
was
so it's St. Kitts and
tabled in the
Nevis.
federal parliament where 11 elected and 4 nominated members sit and had an opportunity to speak on the bill, the merits and demerits. And the bill passed with support from the CCM. There's 3 CCM elected members supporting the 6 elected St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party members. So in my mind, there's a question. Are people concerned about the act or what is represented to be a development project?
Both.
Yeah, I think June is right. Both people are concerned about both. And that's what the discussion is about. The act is passed, but they believe that, the intent of the act is, they have some concerns.
Definitely.
And so they're airing those concerns.
And
I think that
they're saying the act should be repealed.
The intent of the act is clearly stated in the early part of the act, the objective.
Objective.
I don't have the. Yeah, you have the act
No,
pulled
I
up
don't
there.
have it, no.
I have it in my bag. It's just a minute. But go ahead, talk.
Yeah, but this is a genuine case and genuine cause for concern, and people have a right to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They're saying it would create a state within a state.
Well,
land that would be zoned off for use by some billionaire or millionaire, and people won't have access to the land in years to come. It's destroying the patrimony of divisions and petitions.
Yeah. All that is part of the debate. So the government has to relieve the people to tell them that is not the intention and to prove it.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
That's where the dialogue and the discussion comes in, and to have that's where the town hall meetings and the interaction.
Sam, I wondered why something wasn't said before the act was put before Parliament. That's what town halls are for. You go out on your son and say, look, this is what we plan to do. Pass these laws in the next week or 2, but we want to sound out where...
There's a practice, in Parliament. I don't know if this act benefited from that, where you have the first reading of the act, of the bill, not the act, because it's a bill until it becomes and then they go back later to I don't know if that was because that's the intention of the process like that. To have the first reading and then send it out to the different agencies. I know that for sure because that's one thing we established in 1995 when we went into Parliament, when we went into government. That's how it should be done. So I don't know if this didn't benefit from that. It was sent to the Bar Association, the private sector, the chamber, the church, everybody, for them to have this discussion. I don't know if we did.
Yeah, but they didn't have any discussion per se.
So it was
town hall. There was no town hall meeting held to alert the citizens of what the import of the act, the importance of it, what it means, what it says. You have to break it down for people. You send it out to the lawyers and the doctors and whoever.
And
what
concerns me?
The grassroots people need to be involved.
What concerns me is that they were, apart from the CCM, there were no other opposition members in Parliament to discuss this. This is that important and so important. And I agree, is the most important. That's our heritage and our patrimony.
Correct.
That's our I mean that's what the Buckley's uprising and the nationalization of the lands in Buckley's and Frigate Bay and all, that's what that was about.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is important. But, you know, it's a bit disconcerting, a bit surprising, it's a bit, you know, concerning to me that a bill like this is passed and no opposition member, the member 7, the former Prime Minister, wasn't there. I didn't hear anything. What's his name? The Honorable Sean wasn't there.
Right.
And so, I mean, that was an opportunity, you know.
So the bill was an act. The act, is to authorize and empower the Prime Minister with the approval of Cabinet and, if necessary, the NIA to enter into development agreements, fix the establishment of special sustainability zones on real property within St. Christopher and Nevis, and to provide for related and or incidental matters.
Right.
So we did some research, and there is some excellent work on the United Nations Council for Trade and Development's website on the issue of special economic zones with sustainability principles and practices. And I'll just read one or two sentences from the Investment Promotion Agency Observer, December 2024. And this is a publication of the United Nations Council on Trade and Development, UNCTAD. Quote, in an increasingly competitive and challenging market for international investment, special economic zones continue to grow across the world, with more countries either adopting new SEZ models or revitalizing existing ones. And then recall what the IMF wrote about St. Kitts and Nevis in its consultation in May 2025. And I quote just one line. It is recommended to boost sustainable, inclusive, and resilient growth by undertaking structural reforms, enhancing labor skills, and accelerating the renewable energy transition, which would also foster private sector-led growth. So I took all of that to mean that where we are right now in terms of our economy, which is around 3 billion EC dollars, is insufficient to pay for all of the things we need and want. And heaven forbid we get a hurricane to set us back 20 years. The experts and consultants have recommended that for the OECS that we double our economies by 2033, which means St. Kitts and Nevis moving from 3 billion to 6 billion or thereabout by 2033, or 600 million per year added. How are we going to add 600 million per year? Local resources or external resources or both? So to stimulate economic growth, the pivot is to special economic zones with a focus on sustainability practices and principles. And we have had special economic zones here in St. Kitts and Nevis, haven't we? Industrial site at Paul Southwood Industrial Site, the one in Sandy Point.
But this is not like those, you know.
No, exactly. That's what it's saying here, that some, over the years, special economic zones, some of them have been disadvantageous to planet and people.
And we have to be careful, you know. I never forget a story, and I'm going to give it now. I'll tell it over and over again because it's important. Because when the ECLAC and those people and the big thing do these things, they do them with big countries in mind, you know. Not 32 square miles and 68 square miles. That's their model. You know, we have to be careful. We are unique. We are special. And I say that in relation to a conversation I had when I was going to do development economics. Professor, I'm sure you've heard me say that.
It's a great story.
Yeah.
Keep saying it.
The guys say, you know, look, the models we do here has nothing to do with 68 square miles and 32 square miles. We have the Chinese model, the Indian model, the Russian model, and those models. And so you guys have to get your model. And so that's what we're trying to do, to make sure that our model fit our conditions and circumstances and history.
So to its credit, the Drew government put to the nation and the world the Sustainable Island State Agenda as our model for social and economic development 2025-2040.
And so...
And that has received the approval of high offices, including offices in the United Nations. So much so that St. Kitts and Nevis experts continue to be invited to present the model.
But it has to get the approval of the citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis. The citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis. This is our country.
Well, the Sustainable Island State Agenda has not been approved by our citizens?
We're talking about that thing, not sustainable. That's a wide general statement.
Right. So
what people are talking about now is what we do, the zoning and so on, and what will happen. People all they're asking for.
Wait,
transparency and accountability.
Hold a second, sir. Let's go from the big picture and then we come down to the granular. And that is how you view things within a context. The context is the Sustainable Island State Agenda.
Everybody understands.
Everybody understands.
That's
everybody
a general thing.
Everybody understands.
And like I keep saying, Sustainable Island State has, people think it's about climate change and environment. It's about more than that. It's about the quality of life.
Precisely.
Exactly.
And leaving a place for our children and their grandchildren.
Exactly.
So we understand the agenda, the context. So we're now coming down to a law was passed.
Good.
To convert those principles into a legal framework.
Absolutely.
And the legal framework, it has 9 sections. And it clearly says that if I have a development, if I intend to do a development in St. Kitts and Nevis, I have to bring all of the particulars in terms of the area, show that I paid for the land or I can pay for the land, all of the economic impacts and impact studies, and then this development agreement is taken to Parliament.
Right.
Now, when I saw that part, I said, is this not the first time something like this is done? Which other developments had to go to Parliament?
The development has to be approved by Parliament.
Yeah. Christophe Harbour had to go to Parliament?
No. So these
this is the first one. These sustainable
island
zones,
they have to go to Parliament.
Have to go to Parliament. But I agree with you. There should be public town hall discussion before.
That's all. That's all.
But they will end up
saying the same thing.
Yeah, but they will end up in Parliament.
Yeah. Okay.
All members have an opportunity to weigh in.
You have to satisfy the.
So to me, the act is in my view, the act is very clear as to what a developer has to do, and what the governments, the federal and NIA have to do. Look at Section 5, subsection 1. The zone developer shall present an economic analysis. That kind of language is in the bill.
But I thought people quoting that in the act, they say, may. There were a lot of may in it,
there are some shalls and there's some mays.
Okay.
No, there's no. This Section 5
to me, right, it's like a pushback. What Dr. Martin is clear. It's clear. Was saying is very clear and explicit. But people are pushing back against the scope of it, the intensity of it, in the sense that The law is dividing the people, or getting a piece of land that has been divided into zones for development. And people are losing their patrimony, as you say, Sam, because of what they say as a state within a state. That's what Dr. Harris referred to it as, creating a state within a state. The state that you're creating, this 1/6 of the land of Nevis that has been earmarked for zonal development is something that should not take place because you're taking away too much of the land that the people of Nevis should rightfully own, not the developers. Like they're going to come and have their own state within a state, as Dr. Harris calls it. Then you're going to have different laws, different applications that would apply to this new state that you're creating.
And that is not in the Act. The Act.
But this is the scope of it.
No, Juni, that is not in the Act. The Act explicitly says that certain things cannot be overruled. For example, foreign affairs, including treaty negotiations, these things cannot be given up by the government.
Right.
It's stated so clearly. It's stated in Section 6. Foreign affairs, including treaty negotiation, execution and ratification, military defense, citizenship and residence, elections related to the National Assembly or the Nevis Island Assembly, and registration of voters. The jurisdiction of the East Caribbean Supreme Court, Caribbean Court of Justice, and Judicial Committee of the Privy Council were stipulated as exclusive jurisdiction by the Constitution. And the final one, any obligation, right, or responsibility not transferable to any other person or entity under the Constitution. So there are certain...
So there's no state within a state?
There are certain matters that are ring-fenced. Those are government matters, constitutional matters, cannot be given up to a private entity.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, there's a pushback against what people are calling the SSZ law. And this is the reason why, as we said earlier, the match is going to take place, because people are pushing back against that perceived domination, that perceived...
Yeah, I don't know if you all remember, that's what I was saying. I have a way of speaking about these things ahead of what's happening. I remember we were here, and we were talking about that, and I was saying that there are concerns about the app, and this and that. Send one of you guys a message saying, they don't know what I'm talking about, but wait until, people explain it. But now they explain it, there are more concerns. And all I was saying at that time was that in these matters, to do with our land, our heritage, our posterity, our prosperity, must have adequate discussion among the people.
If I own land, do I have to have public discussion to sell it?
No. But
so private land is being sold.
Yeah. No, that's fine. But if you can create a zone that will exclude the citizens of the country, you have to discuss that with the people of the country.
It is going to all development agreements on this act under this act have to go to Parliament.
Yeah. So, but that is what people are talking about. You're going to wait until you do that. When you don't do it, and then you go to the people. Do it now. Discuss it now with the people so that they could understand what it is and see whether they approve of it. But in the final analysis...
Wait, hold on. The people are sovereign. So the people are going to wait?
Eh?
The people are demanding, as I understand, town hall meetings.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If they're not held, that's a political matter.
Right. That is all happening. People want a discussion, a dialogue about what this thing is about. I said that four weeks ago.
That is right, and we got some pushback.
Yeah, we got some pushback. Yeah. I mean, but, that is all people are asking for.
And so I just said it. There's a need for public discussion.
Yeah, absolutely.
On the law.
Yeah.
and on any development agreements
Exactly,
that are
exactly,
proposed.
Exactly. Exactly.
You get
So
the
I've
impression, gentlemen, that the investors who you speak about don't want to have anything to do with the laws that exist here. They want to create their own.
Where you get that
How do you
impression
get
from?
impression from?
That's the impression I'm getting from the feedback from the opposition.
Oh well, there's an act that was passed in Parliament that says that you have to apply, you have to comply with certain
With
conditions.
the laws of the Constitution.
Yes,
You
it's
have to abide by
very
the
explicit. Yeah,
You can't come with your own constitution.
No. There's only one country, and I've seen representation that we are giving up our sovereignty. There is no way in the act that speaks to giving up sovereignty.
No. That's extreme. That's extreme. But
one of the things about this act is that if a zone developer underperforms or fails to perform, the Gazette order that the Gazette order says the purpose of a Gazette order, as I understand it, to say we're moving to implementation. The Gazette order can be revoked.
Yep.
So each development has to go to Parliament. If the development is approved by Parliament, it has to be gazetted.
Which Parliament?
Federal
Parliament?
and NIA too.
But the NIA is responsible for what happens in Nevis.
Yeah.
Not the federal government, the NIA.
Hold on. Let's see. If the zone is in Nevis, I have to look. Which Parliament must it go to? Which government, which assembly must it go to?
But this is what the Prime Minister said, basically. It goes to both?
Yeah, I'm looking for the section.
And then that's what the AG said?
Well, I'm looking for it in the law, with all due respects. I'm looking for it in the law. Let me look to see so that we can have the sequence.
So the development that is taking place, alleged development that is to take place in Nevis, has to go to the NIA before going to the federal government.
It
must be the final.
I'm just looking for the specific so we can be clear. So no, not clear. As Shakespeare said, we'll make assurances doubly sure. You see him smiling? You got that?
I listen to you, man. I listen.
So let me give you some time to look for it, the specific... but we could continue talking about it. I think it's section 7. A development agreement shall be ratified by and contained in a law passed by the National Assembly of St. Christopher and Nevis. And if the area is within the island of Nevis, also by the Nevis Island Assembly. There it is. So section 7.
So this is what the AG was saying.
So if there's a zone in Nevis, it goes to the Nevis Island Assembly first.
Yeah, and
then it comes first.
Yeah.
I've seen a resourceful person referred me to a website, destiny.com, in which it is represented that a group...
Gentlemen, time is of the essence.
Yep.
It's already 20 minutes to 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we have to get people to weigh.
That's right.
We could always discuss this and go around.
Forever.
But we want to have the people weighing in as well.
Good.
We don't want to leave them out.
At all.
They got to have their town hall.
This is going to be a continuing discussion.
Yes, it will be.
12 weeks.
Absolutely.
16.
I said that.
All Christmas. Yeah.
I said that. Yeah.
And there will be some calypso song about this.
Yeah.
Well, let's. I was going to take a short commercial break, but let's go straight to the telephone. And see what our callers have to say. The lines are going off.
Yep.
So let's take our first caller. Caller, good afternoon and welcome.
Yes, Mr. Julie Liebert, thank you very much for taking this call. I'm going to try to be quick. Thank you for your guests. Yes. I am so happy that the Prime Minister and the AG came on, and the Prime Minister made available copies of the legislation so that some of us even though we are lay people, can look at it, and hopefully at some time there will be a town hall or, broader discussion on it.
Definitely.
But specifically, I just want to draw attention to one or two things. On page 3 of it, one of the objectives of the Act, so it's 3D. It speaks to enhancing both the region and St. Christopher and Nevis' prominence as an extraordinary investment and lifestyle destination. My question is, what is this lifestyle destination? Is it broad so that they can promote, say, a gay, LGBT community or a nudist colony?
You never know.
Or, no, because this is it.
Yeah,
These things
absolutely.
are broad. And things. So we will just have a more thing, because they specify lifestyle destination. That is one. It also speaks, this is part of it. Section 6, other conditions of development agreements provide for the terms and conditions for granting to zone develops the exclusive right to develop the area. Now, what all of that means. But when you go on to the section under that, 6, section 2E, it speaks of leasing of adjacent seabed. What does that mean? And so when people have concern, what does that mean? The fishermen won't be able to go in there. So all of this, and we have to bear this in mind, and I'm very happy for what Ambassador Sam Conda just brought to bear. We are talking about a small island, 2 small islands, and so land area is key. True. And this question of leasing of and this legislation allows for several zones, sustainable, whatever the terminology is, sustainable,
special sustainability
zones. It can allow for several of these. So you want to know where the rest of us going to be. So, in other words, I may be stretching it a little bit, but it is good for us to have a broader discussion about what all of this means.
Indeed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your input, Willa.
Simple.
It's just about 2:44. Lines are going off. Let's take another caller, or second caller today. Good afternoon and welcome.
Hi, good afternoon, Junior. Good afternoon, Sam and Dr. Martin.
Good afternoon,
sir.
Yeah, I just want to thank the Ministry of Health. I've been getting good news from patients who have been in the hospital, and they said the amount of good treatment that they receive at JF France Hospital, they say the treatment was so good that they don't even want to come out. They even think there is in Marriott. They say a nice AC, nurses was real good with them, treat them real nice. So I just want to big up our nurses and the doctors at the hospital, because too many times we hear a whole heap of negative things about JFF France Hospital. So I just want to big up the nurses and tell them, and the doctors and all those who are part of the health system, you all are doing a good job. Keep it up. I just want to thank you and thank the doctors, the nurses, everybody up there, because I'm telling you, good news, good things coming out of JF France. I just want to thank you all again. And as I move, I have a little concern. I am one who believes that when laws are passed in the House and the opposition is not there for whatever reason, if I had to participate in any march in town, that member who are part in there and were not there cannot hold a mic in there and say anything. Because we put you in there as the opposition to speak on behalf of the people. When you remove yourself from that and don't want to have no say in that, and when the people say something, you're coming back and utter something, I find these things here we have to done with those foolishness, because we are just making our people look like fools. We put you in there to represent us, represent us. If you know you cannot represent us and we start to talk, you don't utter a word. Because your chance, you had your chance in the House. Whether you vote for or you vote against. I thank you, Junior.
All right, thank you so much for weighing in on the issues of today. Any comments, gentlemen, before we go to the next call?
Just to thank the caller for his commendations in relation to the healthcare facilities. He spoke of the hospital, but the plan is holistic: hospital, health centers, and other facilities. But we started at hospital first because the Ministry of Health started at hospital first because that was the most urgent priority in terms of improving the conditions in which people work and heal.
All right, let's take our next caller. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome. You're next.
Greetings, all.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Good to be on Groundings.
Nice to have you, man.
Forward, and thanks for the advice. And we want to make everybody know, we appreciate, we truly appreciate telling us, because we write a thing in scooter and it's dangerous on the road. We truly appreciate people telling us to wear a helmet. We truly appreciate that, you know. So, good stuff.
My brother.
No, me don't want to step on the line too long with that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Move on. Me talk up here.
Yeah.
But me feel uncomfortable with it, you know. Yeah, so me like to be comfortable. And I mean, I consider death. Me don't see death. I don't see death at all. I feel like.
Gotcha.
All right. You know, the date is what? The 26th of September?
Correct.
Yeah, the special day in our story, as a black story. We can see a punchline to that, quickly. I think you stand for mission. We black, or black, I claim it. Shining within all its continental anciency, pristine, noble, nobility, and glory. Yeah, so there's a special day in our black story. All right. Let me come in these places there with the job we and bring here to human cargo. Quickly, you know, up next punchline. The war against drugs ended long time ago. A war to Venezuela. Again, deadly blow. Alas, hooray, shows Guyana and Trinidad. You see, the state mean as a people, terrible state. And we notice the word law is mentioned a lot. Law, L-A-W, law. I want to remind us, you know, that it is the law, the same L-A-W, law, that enslaved us, that brought us across the water that human cargo, landed wherever we landed, and went through where we went through. Atrocities that is unimaginable for hundreds of years. It was by the law it was done. I want to remind us that. Blessed Lord.
All right, thank you so much, Ras Ichud. Let's take another caller. Caller, good afternoon and welcome to you.
Good afternoon, Junie, and to your panel. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Junie, think it is the mother colony of the Caribbean. We don't want to go back there. That's what we're saying in Nevis. We don't want to go back there. It wasn't good from the beginning. We have brought it from where it was to where it is now. And we don't want to go back. Junie, Martin, I don't think it is fair for us to compare the SSD with the industrial side. At the industrial side, we could go over there and do our job, different people live over there. This SSD must compare to Australia. When the prisoners from Europe went down and run the Aborigines out of Australia, which they are now in use in Australia. So Australia is now like a white man country. These are how we got to compare the zone that are going on in Nevis, not to the industrial site and Four Seasons. There's nothing like that going on up here.
Caller. Yeah. An SSZ is a special economic zone with sustainability practices and principles. Paul's Southwell Industrial Site is a special economic zone. It is not an SSZ.
That's what I'm saying.
So I did not say it was an SSZ.
Right, but you're saying it's a zone. Fountain is a zone. Buckley is a zone. The parishes, St. Paul, those are zones.
Economic zones.
Yes. What I'm saying, what's going on in Nevis now, it won't be economic for Nevians. I am comparing it. I am comparing it to Australia. That is my when the Mexican and America. That's how we compare this zone in Nevis. Nevis is 36 square miles. Anyway, Julian, another thing is I want to say here, right? This thing that this tape that they're playing and selling around that Harry said sounds good. It's really good. I like what he said, but that should have said in the house.
Absolutely.
And I said that before.
Absolutely.
And if you want to make good use of that statement, I would like to know that he wrote the Governor General a letter, the chairperson, whoever in the house, he got to word and say, we revisit this because the citizens of Nevis doesn't like it. To make a tape and sound good as a minister, as a parliamentarian, no, me not go with that. It sound good. Write a letter and let me know that you want to say revisit this bill that you passed for Nevis. To the semestic with the seabed and all that. That don't affect everybody. But me don't get into them there yet because me don't really understand how it be, and me don't even want to understand the bill to that level because I don't got to debate it, and me don't understand the Constitution like a patrice them. Let me deal with what me know. Say something, write a letter, Juni, to the house, and let me work on that as from now. But I'm not in favor of the zone up here, Martin. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us, sir. It's just about 8 minutes before the 3 o'clock hour. We're taking your calls up until 3 o'clock. Let's take this one, and then we're going to wrap up Groundings for today. Good afternoon.
And good afternoon to everybody. Wait a second. Good afternoon, everybody in Radioland, and good afternoon to my distinguished host. How are you doing this afternoon?
We're doing fine. We're doing fine. Nice to hear you.
And I have been thoroughly enjoying you. I'm not going to do it again, but I promise for the next month I would. Happy 15th anniversary. Freedom, it's a celebration of your genius.
Thank you, sir.
Celebration of your genius, Freedom, is may you run for 15 more years, and may you excel in information, diversity, and rule the airwaves with dominance.
That's the vision.
Doing that quite well. I would tell you what I have been thinking this afternoon listening to you three, that the greatest talent I see, Junie, why you lasted, the greatest talent is the ability to spot talent. And you have done so, and you continue to exhibit that exact trait in spectacular fashion. Long live this 5-year union. You have done us proud. I was just thinking here that Dr. Drew came and did such an excellent job, and I'm not smarter than anybody else. I thought that he had buttoned down all of the hatches. How did they get in? Then I started thinking about, you know what? Yeah, and Dr. Martin, I don't know how much Junie pays a diplomat, but all I know when Junie was giving it to Trump, president, I said, this is my radio station with journalistic candor, a bastion of the same. Up comes Dr. Martin. You know, I would like to see the day when they bomb the guns, the boats, bringing in those guns when Junie said something, hear him under his breath now. I don't know if he was vacillating. I'm listening as I hear him. Hear my highly esteemed Dr. Martin under his breath, mind you. Well, we know where they're coming from. Some people have faulty logic. The Prime Minister came down here and explained it. And as he explained it, I'm going to done now, Joni. As he explained it, I start to say, I don't know what to think about my people in St. Kitts. A man went out on the beach. One day he threw his stick. His dog ran on the water and got it. Bam, he came back, did the same thing. He went and got his friend. His friend saw it. His friend, he went up in the village. He said, come, and I'll show you a dog that can't swim. No, you saw a miracle. Faulty logic. One more, Junie, and Dr. Martin is going to help me here. There has been a spike in a particular disease. It cripples you in America recently. Anyway, Donald Trump decried the efficiency of the medical department of America. When the medical experts came, they told us this is because of greater awareness and a greater array of diagnostic tools. Again, faulty logic. Trump, you got it wrong, just like we down here are getting it. One more. When I hear them talk about the hospital and the unfulfilled things that the Labour government has not done, and Julie, this is only going on for 30 seconds, no more, I promise you. I think about the Chinese bamboo tree. You all go and look it up. When you plant it, you got to keep watering it. It doesn't throw a shoot until 5 years. The minute you stop watering, it dies now. But the minute it throws a shoot, in 5 weeks, it grows up to 90 feet. The question is, did it grow 90 feet tall in 5 weeks? Or in 5 years? I'm going to be talking to you all about it, because while we are up here engaging leisurely in profitable conversation, people downtown are circling the wagon. One of them expressly said it is his given duty to bring down the Labour government. Tell them we shall live and not die. Good afternoon, folks.
Good afternoon to you as well. It's, well, after that lengthy sermon.
That was not said under your breath, right?
That wasn't said under. Let's get back to a couple more calls, and the lines are going off, so let's take this caller. Caller, good afternoon.
Yes, Juni, sorry to get back here, but I just want to throw this in.
Feel free.
Yes, just want to throw this in. This may sound far-fetched, but do not take your eyes off of Booby Island. Do not take your eyes off of Booby Island.
Why you say that?
Yes, because sometimes what we think we can't expand on or do, somebody from outside will see the benefit of that same eye that could end up being somebody else's sustainable zone. We need to keep an eye on everything that comes under our patrimony.
You're right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for that.
That's what being a citizen of a democratic.
All right, gentlemen, it's 3 o'clock on the dot. We're going to try and accommodate one more caller. So the next caller to ring will be our final caller for Groundings for today. Caller, go ahead. Greetings.
Yeah, blessed afternoon, gentlemen. How are you doing?
Same to you. Go ahead.
Yeah, referring to Dr. Martin, how are you doing, sir?
I'm listening to you.
Yeah, this is Linky. I hear you making special emphasis that whatever happening is going to Parliament.
You ain't call out to me, Linky. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on? Sorry, the boss.
Why you can't throw to me like that?
Blessed afternoon.
Who's Linky?
You know, Linky.
Linky.
Yeah. What's your real name?
The candidate. How much time do you want Linky? Twice or 3 times? Twice?
Yes.
Yeah, Linky.
He got back his deposit when he ran?
No, I just talking.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
The Parliament do not consult the public.
Oh, okay.
So when you're saying that, this any special zone, they have to go to Parliament. These are the people who are going to bring it to Parliament. So they ain't going against what they bring. And they're not consulting with the people, so the people won't have any say. And with the two opposition that they have in Parliament, when the votes are counted, it's going to be the eyes have it.
It's two opposition they got in Parliament?
Well, that is what is appearing to be. But I'm just saying, the opposition, whenever the votes are, the hands are counted, it will be the eyes have it. So whatever they bring and they sit down and they're already decided upon and bring it to the Parliament, they're going to approve. And that is where we're going to suffer with the people because we are not consulted. We are not being informed of the happening.
What should the people do about that?
And that is the whole thing. That is what you don't, well, I don't know if the march going on is no, but that is what we have to do more.
My friend, what should the people...
We have to rise up more as a nation, as people.
There you go.
We have to take the whole scenario and not looking at individuals. Because right now this country is suffering from individuality. When one person says something, even if it's correct, it's been pinpointed and blasted just to him individually, not looking at what's being said and the context in which it was said. They're just looking at the person. But right now we're going down a slippery slope, and we have to stand up because these people in Parliament now they are very intelligent. They feel like they don't have to consult with nobody. They decide they're bright enough, they have enough resources in there, so they do what they want, how they want, and choose what to tell you and when to tell you.
Think you going to the match?
Stand up. I'm going there now. Because we got to stand up. We have to stand up and we got to support the country. We got a country bigger than these little few that feel like they know everything.
All right.
We have to defend our country, gentlemen. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you for calling. Gentlemen, that's how we're going to wrap up the calls for today. And at 2 minutes after 3 o'clock, we're going to get the wrap from my colleagues right here. Who's going first? You, Doc?
Well, yeah, I have to go first. I'm the youngest on the panel.
You think?
Think.
You know? Huh. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
Youngest.
Thank
you. Youngest.
Yeah. Well, there was first of all, thank you again to the listeners for calling in, because this is what this program is about. Mm-hmm. All ideas must contend.
That's right.
And some of what we talk about will not be liked, but we're not it's not a Queen show.
It's not a popularity contest.
Thank you very much. See my elder, Junie?
Let's see.
So I think the basis of what we're talking about here is people information. Mm-hmm. And the caller, Linky, Ninky.
Yeah. Oh. It's Ninky, right?
Ninky?
Linky.
Or anything, Ninky.
I know Ninky as a soldier.
He was in the defense force.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't know him?
Yeah, okay.
No, he's a big politician.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
So this is about information. So let me start with one of my favorite quotations from Charles de Gaulle, of France, president of France, coming out of World War II. And this is a quotation attributed to him. Politics is too serious to be left to politicians.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, absolutely.
And so I am happy
absolutely
that there's a certain rising, a certain validation of what the late Maurice Bishop said, that democracy is more than just every 5 years putting people in a parliament. Democracy is an everyday.
That's right. That's right.
Contest of ideas.
That's right.
And we need more people to be involved in the cut and thrust of running the smallest country in the Western Hemisphere and the 7th smallest in the world. One way to derail the progress of a country is misinformation and disinformation.
That's
Two
right.
ways.
That's right.
And the media, especially social media, is rife with that. Mm-hmm. So I encourage people to adopt what Marcus Garvey said to our people November 1937. You have to read. Read. Mm-hmm. And read.
Mm-hmm. Strength alone, knowledge is power.
Sustainability, I'm going to finish now. Sustainability means if you are practicing sustainability principles and practices, if you have adopted them, inculcated them, it means no disadvantage to planet and people. So every and any development agreement that comes our way, and it's our way, it's not the government's way, it's our way. Let us go through them with a fine tooth comb.
Sam.
Yeah, I want to endorse what Dr. Martin said. It's brilliant. I don't want to go away. But I want to leave something with my country, my people, that we have been discussing with over the last month. This is the last Friday of September. And we've been discussing for the whole of September the motto, country above selves. And I want to leave this because this is the last time I'm going to speak about it until something is done or until next September when independence comes. This is a letter that was written to the cabinet of ministers by Rudy Val, and I want to put it on the record. He said here.
Date. The date.
The date, 15th of August, 2025. Yeah, that's important. 15th of August, 2025. He said, "Dear sirs, I wish to formally bring to the attention of the cabinet the fact that I am the author of the national motto, country above self. Mr. Sam Conde has been assisting me diligently for the past 17 years in my effort to have this fact formally recognized. Prior to 1980, pursuant to a public invitation by the then Labour government led by Premier Sir Lee Elmore, I presented submissions for the national flag and the coat of arms, and I placed my proposed motto, country above self, on the coat of arms. Following the general elections of 1980, there was a change of administration, and leading up to independence in 1983, the government of the day issued another public invitation for the said symbols. I did not at that time make a submission. However, after the completion of the process, the government in 1983 published its choices of our national anthem, our coat of arms, and our national motto. The coat of arms that had been submitted in 1967 was accepted, and the government placed on it the motto which I had preferred in 1979, namely, country above self, which I hereby claim and proclaim to be my and only my creation. I make this declaration of my own free will and volition, knowing its contents to be absolutely true and correct. Rudolph V. Greer.
That's it?
That's my clue.
Thank you.
And an affidavit. Affidavit.
What is
registered? Right.
What is interesting to me, that's very good. I support that letter that Rudy Val penned and that you shared with us just now. But what I want to share with you in closing is that we are supposed to be a democratic country.
Yeah.
When politicians are in opposition, they're all for the people, of the people, by the people, all of that.
Yeah, to get into government.
There you go. But from the time you get in, you forget the people.
Yeah.
At times, it seems to me.
Yeah.
And that town halls, which were, before you get into office, you're having meetings here, there, and everywhere, because you want to get elected. Once you're elected, you tend to not want to see so many meetings. It doesn't happen anyway. But I think that politicians should give back to the community by having town halls monthly. Whatever you want to share with people, share it with them at the town hall, because people will come out to town halls because they feel a part of the government. I feel that in this case, the SSZ zone should have been special sustainability zone should have been shared with the people before it got to Parliament. I think that something should have been done at that level to involve the people, because you're people's government, you're a democratic government, and this is what democracy is all about: caring for people and sharing with people. That is fundamental.
Yep.
And so I want to urge governments all over the world, including those here in St. Kitts and Nevis, and in opposition, because when you're in opposition, you see everything. But when you get in, you forget. So share with the people at all times. Have your broadcast, but go out and meet the people face to face.
Right.
Because this is what it is all. This is what governance, good governance is all about.
That's right. That's right.
And so I'm calling on politicians near and far especially those in St. Kitts and
Just
Nevis,
stand
all
here.
the political
Just stand
parties.
here for now. Near.
Stand here?
Yeah, stand here.
All the political parties. If you care for people and you want to get re-elected and you want to be a good, successful politician, care for people by sharing. And so this is what should have been done. It's not too late.
No, never too late. Never too late to consult the people.
Sam
never
said
too
it.
late.
So that's my contribution with that. Caring.
What about those elected but don't show up?
The same thing applies to them. It applies to them as well.
That should be out of Parliament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a wrap from us here on on Groundings for today. We'll be back next week, Friday, if it's the will of God. Thank you for joining us on Freedom FM 106.5, and to the preacher man in Keon. Thank you so much for the good wishes that you wish Freedom FM. That's our vision, to not only own and control this system, but to make it relevant to people, relevant to the times.
Sam, you heard that?
That's what it is all about.
You heard that?
Look, don't mumble,
and control.
don't mumble anything on your breath up there. You know. Come on.
Okay. Sam, you heard that? Own and control. Sound imperialistic, innit?
Sound like Trump, sound Trumpian. But I feel black people need to own and control their resources.
That's not a feel. That's in the DNA.
Okay, well, there you said it. Okay. Don't say these things on your breath. Come on.
Since Buckley's and before, that's in the DNA.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, that's a wrap. EK's up next on Island Rhythms. Thank you so much for joining us. Look forward to sharing with you again next week over this same radio station. Same time, same place. Good afternoon. Have a successful weekend, and God bless you all.
Freedom FM 106.5 FM.
Hey there. Let's face it, life happens. Bills pile up, surprises pops up, and sometimes staying on top of payments feels impossible.
But don't stress, we've got you. Our debt evaluation and restructuring program is here to help you breathe easier.
Here's the deal. We work with you to restructure our finances.
All right, let me just come back in here before I run that ad too. Just something that slipped me. I had it on my mind, and then as we got deeper into the discussion, it got out of my mind and came back after I closed out. Al Jackson, a well-known DJ, journalist, broadcaster, has passed away. I think we have a clip here with him saying, "I am Al Jackson and I listen to Freedom FM 106.5. We have that here in our records, in our audio vault. He's from Antigua. He used to work at ZDK and well known for his time on WLIB. I understand he passed away a couple of days ago. So I want to say sincere condolences. Al Jackson was my friend, an icon in broadcasting. So to his family, his loving wife and children, and the broadcast fraternity, we mourn the loss of this visionary broadcaster, Al Jackson. All right, thank you guys. All right, so we got that off.
Yeah, I'm happy you remembered it too.
Yes, I'm getting old, but I'm getting there.
Huh?
Correct.
Radio at its finest. 106.5 Freedom FM.
Hey there. Let's face it, life happens. Bills pile up, surprises pops up, and sometimes staying on top of payments feels impossible.
But don't stress, we've got you. Our debt evaluation and restructuring program is here to help you breathe easier.
Here's the deal. We work with you to restructure or refinance your loan. No cookie cutter solution here. It's all about you.
It's like hitting the restart button on your finances. And the best part is super easy. Here's how it works.
Step 1. Pick up that phone. Call us at 465-2288 here in St. Kitts, or 469-5416 for Nevis, or just pop in at your nearest branch. Isn't that easy? Step 2. Book an appointment to see one of our delinquency officers. We are ready to serve you. Sit down with us. Spill the tea on your financial situation, and let's work it out together.
Think of it as your financial glow-up.
The Development Bank of St. Kitts and Nevis, making a sustained positive difference in your life.
For all your electronic wants and needs, shop at Smart Electronics and Island Electronics for the best deals and prices. Visit any of their 3 locations at Value Mart Complex, Farms Estate in Nevis, Port Zante opposite the food court, and Island Electronics on 4th Street, right in the heart of downtown Bastia, St. Kitts.
Get up to 20% discounts or very special deals on a wide range of high-brand electronic items from LG, Samsung, HP, Panoramic, and more that will satisfy your every desire. They also have specials on cellular phones and